Hello, everyone. Welcome and welcome back to Good Vibes Only. I hope everyone is doing great. Hope everyone is doing well. If not, we will keep you lifted up in prayers of the higher power. I normally don't speak on this channel, but I felt the need to come and speak today because I feel someone needs to hear this, maybe more than one, and on both ends of the stick. You know, a lot of times it's hard for people who are truly and really in need to ask another person for help. There could be many different reasons. I know one of the main reasons is sometimes, unfortunately, not all the time, but sometimes when you ask people for help, they hold that over you. It can be one thing. You can be 50 years old and someone helped you once in your entire lifetime and they feel like you owe them your life because of that, even if you paid them back. And it makes it hard for people to want to ask for help when they truly need it. They rather suffer than go through unnecessary craziness with someone. And if you're that person that's doing that to someone, you really need to check yourself and you need to get yourself right with God or whoever you serve. You need to get yourself right with the higher power. If God blessed you to be a blessing to someone and you can do that, be a blessing to someone. If you're doing something for someone just so you can come back later and say, oh, I did this for you, you owe me this, you need to be there for me when I need something, right then, right there. You don't know what that person is going through. If they're even capable of helping you, you just demand that they be there for you because you did something for them. Guess what? Your heart is not right. Your mind is not right. Your soul is not right with yourself or with God. Because when God bless you to bless others, you're supposed to do that selfishly. I don't even know if I said that right. You're supposed to do it selfishlessness. I'm sorry. I'm probably saying that wrong. It's not a laughing matter, but it's supposed to be selfless. You're not supposed to do it to get something in return. And unfortunately, you have people that are like that. You know, they only help you because they say, oh, if I do this for you now, on down the road, if I need some help, they're going to be there for me. Like, that's crazy. If someone can bless you and be there for you, guess what? They're going to do it. And God is going to do it. You're not going to have to get mad at somebody for not being able to be there for you, especially when you wasn't doing it for the right reason. It's never been a time in my heart or even out loud that I've outcasted someone and said, oh, I did this for you. You couldn't do this for me. You've never been there for me. No, because that means that I didn't do it for the right reason. If I do something for someone, I don't expect anything back. If I fall down, and trust me, we're all going to fall down. Everybody needs help at one point in time, whether it's financially, whether it's mentally, whether it's just having someone to talk to. We all need somebody sometimes. And you know why they say it's best to talk to God? Because God not going to come back and say, hey, I did this for you, or I did that for you. Now you owe me this and you owe me that. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. And then if you're not doing that, you're going and telling other people, I did this for this person and I did this for this person and they owe me that. And every time I contact them, they can never be there for me. They can never do nothing. That's not godly. That's not godly. And then you won't even necessarily tell that person sometime when you're talking about them. You're going to tell other people and then it's getting back to them. But you couldn't even tell them sometimes that you needed something. That's another thing that people do. They look for sympathy. You know, they'll just throw a picture out there or just make a comment and they expect you to ask, oh, hey, what's going on? Or whatever. If you need to talk to somebody or you need something for somebody, ask them. If they can't do it, they just can't do it. But don't get mad if you threw like a hint or a clue out there and they don't ask you about it. Some people not nosy like you. Some people not finna just get in your business. And you need to stop looking for sympathy. If you need help, say you need help. Either that person or whoever is going to be able to help you or they're not. You can't get mad either way. But if you need the help, don't be afraid to ask for the help. Don't be throwing clues out there or getting mad and saying, this person didn't call me and ask me this or ask me that. Did you call that person and ask them this or ask them that? Or did they reach out to you when they needed some help and just told you what it is? I'm not that type of person. First of all, I don't even like asking people. I very seldom ask anybody to help me because I see how people do other people and I see how people have done me before when I've asked them for the smallest things. But one thing I'm not going to do is look for a pity party. I'm not going to call you and give you hints or suggestions to make you ask me this or what's going on with that. If I need you, I'm going to say I need you. If I need something from you, I'm going to say what it is that I need from you. And if I did that, that means that I trusted you with that because I'm not the person that's going to call somebody and ask them for anything. But when I do, if I do, it's something serious. And anytime anybody has ever did something for me, I always make sure I pay them back tenfold because they didn't have to do it. They didn't have to do it. And it hasn't been that often. I can count on one hand how many times I've had to ask somebody for help. And I hated doing it most of the time because it's like they do it for the wrong reasons. When they're doing it then, no, they're not saying it then. But then after a while, everybody know your business that you haven't even told or you haven't talked to. Or then when that person needs something, if you can help them, fine. But if you can't help them, maybe you helped them once or you helped them twice or however many times after the fact. But that one time that you can't help them, they'll still hold it over your head and say, I did this and I did that. They don't think about all of the things that you've did for them or been there for them or been a listening ear for them. And then some of them may not even ever talk to you, contact you, or, reach out to you. But they expect for you to always be the one to reach out to them and to contact them. Or even like when people have wronged you and they know they've wronged you, but they play dumb and act like they haven't. Or even if you've let them know and you've had to cut them off for whatever reason, not because you don't love them, but because you see through them and you see how they are. You have to set your boundaries and you have to protect yourself at the end of the day. You can't let people keep running over you. You can't let people hold things over your head, whether they helped you or whether they didn't help you. If they've wronged you and you've already spoke on it, it's no sense to keep speaking on the same thing. People know what they're doing, especially grown folks. They know exactly what they are doing. You don't have to keep telling them. And you don't have to always be the person that's reaching out. Be careful of who you let in your space. You have to protect your peace and protect your space, whether it's strangers or whether it's family. And sometimes, unfortunately, it's family that's the ones that's doing this to you. It's never really a stranger. It be family. And that's what make it so much harder and so much sadder. Protect your peace. It's okay to love people from a distance. It's okay to cut people off. It's okay to ask for help if you need it. Sometimes you have to go outside of family to get the help. But anytime, if you can help someone or you can bless someone, be a blessing to someone. If someone was a blessing to you, if you can be a blessing to others, be a blessing to others. You don't necessarily have to be a blessing back to that person that helped you. Maybe that's not what God told you to be a blessing for, or who to be a blessing for. Maybe this person blessed you to get back on your feet, to do what you need to do for yourself, and put you in a situation where you're able to help somebody else that needed the help. People will try to compare different situations. If you lost your job, or your house burnt down or something like that, and you went to the hospital and you're sick and you're ill, and then you couldn't financially support yourself, and someone had to step in and help you, and they can help you, that's fine. And you be thankful for that, and if you can get on your feet and repay them. If you're able to bless someone else in them same type of situations, bless them. But don't let nobody compare your situation to their situation or someone else's situation. There's a difference when someone is in need and someone is causing themselves issues. Now, you have some people that don't want to work. They want to sit up on their butt and they don't want to do nothing. They want other people to take care of them. You're not obligated to give someone your last, or you're not obligated to help them. You can try to help them get a job, but guess what? They don't want you to help them to get a job. They want you to financially support them because they gave you $20 before. Years ago, they gave you $20. So you got to take care of them the rest of their life. Or maybe it's not they don't want to work. Maybe they just out and running the streets and running a ruckus, and they're constantly getting in trouble with the law, constantly getting in trouble for this or getting in trouble for that. But guess what? It's never their fault. They always say it's not their fault. Sometimes it may not be their fault, but if you're constantly getting into the same type of situations, you need to take a look at yourself. And you shouldn't even, if you get into those type of situations, you shouldn't even contact somebody and try to ask them for money to get you out of something that you keep getting yourself into. Whether it's you're sitting up not wanting to work, or sitting up giving your money to a man, or giving your money to a woman and not taking care of your kids and your responsibilities, or you steady getting into it with the laws and having to pay this and pay that. You shouldn't even ask nobody for help for that, because guess what? You're causing that on yourself. And somebody needing something for losing their job or having a house fire or going through some type of illness and stuff, that does not equate to you putting yourself in that situation. And if somebody is talking to you and telling you stuff like this about others and saying, oh, I did this for them and they couldn't do this for me and I'm always there, I've gave them money here and I gave them money there, But soon as I need them, they can't be there. Well, did you ask them why they can't be there? Even though a person don't have to give you a reason as to why they're not going to be able to help you. But sometimes people do tell them. You ain't got to, because it's your money. You work for it. You don't have to tell. You don't owe nobody nothing. But people will say they gave you $20 and you owe them the rest of your life. But the main point of this is, if you're doing that to people, you need to stop it. And you need to get right with yourself, and you need to get right with God. And if you are allowing people to do you like this, don't allow it. It doesn't matter who they are, family, friend, mom, dad, brother, sister. Don't allow it. Take your peace back. Be with God. Get in your word. Stay in your word. Pray without ceasing. Pray for those that try to manipulate you and use you and take advantage of you. Pray for them. Some of them do know what they're doing, and some don't know what they're doing. So if you're listening to this video, whether it touched you either way, if you're the person doing this to someone, stop it. If you're the person allowing someone to manipulate you to thinking that you owe them this and owe them that because they did something for you, I don't care how many times they did something for you. If you're able to do something for them, you can do it. But if you're not, don't let nobody make you feel bad because at that one time or that third or fourth or fifth time they needed you and you wasn't able to do it. Sometimes you're not going to be able to do something for others. Everybody is not in a situation or a predicament where they can always be there for others. And people don't even know your situation. They don't care to know your situation. And you don't have to tell them because it's none of their business. If you tell them no, the answer is just no. Plain and simple as that. If you can help others, do it because you can. If God bless you to be able to help someone, do it because God bless you and because you're able to do it. Don't do it because you're looking for something in return. That's not the way. And that's not how it should be. Don't be manipulated. Stay rooted. Stay grounded in your word, in God's word. Keep him first. Keep him ahead of your life. Pray for those that try to use and abuse you. Pray for those that don't, and pray for those that are there for you. Pray for yourself. Start taking things to God. But if you need someone to talk to, sometimes it's best to go to a psychiatrist, because guess what? Or a therapist, or however you want to call it. Guess what? They're not going to throw it in your face. Yes, they're getting paid. They're doing their job or whatever. But guess what? You still have someone to talk to. They're not going to throw it up in your face. They're not going to run and tell this person and tell that person. And people that you ain't even talked to in years, everybody claim that they know your business. And they don't even know what they talking about. Because they getting it from someone that went and told them maliciously. Because they're mad at you because you didn't do something for them. Sometimes you don't even have to they don't even have to be mad at you. Some people are just nasty like that. Some people just have nasty spirits where that's all they do is run their mouth about other people's business or try to talk down on other people. Oh, and be wary of those too that only want to be around you when you're down. Some people love to see you down, or so they can say that they did something for you. And when you better yourself, they start distancing themselves from you because they don't want to see you doing good. Notice how they wasn't around before. And notice how they'll flock when you're doing bad because someone told them, you maybe told them. But soon as you get back on your feet, they distance themselves because they wasn't expecting that. They want you to be down in the gutter. They want to feel like they have a higher power over you. You have the power over you. God has the power over you. No one else. No one else. Cleanse your heart. Cleanse your mind. Cleanse your soul. Cleanse your spirit. Cleanse your home. Your home. Don't let those type of people in your home keep that negativity away from you. Protect your peace. Protect your energy. You don't always have to be the one reaching out. And just because you're protecting your peace and your energy doesn't mean that you don't have love for these other people. It just means that you love yourself more and you're putting yourself first. Those people know what they are doing. Trust and believe it. And when you're always the one reaching out, All right, you guys, I hope this touched someone. I hope someone takes something good from this, whether you're the person that's doing this to people or whether you're the person that's receiving this from people. Put God first in your life. Love yourself. Trust in yourself. And learn to set boundaries. I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed day. And as the channel name is, Good Vibes Only, it's always good vibes, positive vibes only over here. Good energy. We rebuke negative energy. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.